Alright, so today continuing on with the new character showcases. Yesterday we checked out Menina. Check it out if you haven't already seen it. She's actually a very good character. My favorite character of the 3 new Bambis in swimsuits. But today we're here to have a look at the unfortunately most disappointing character from this new banner. Mainly due to the fact the way Caleb did design her being a Guild Quest no attack damage character, where realistically you only ever want to really use her in Guild Quest. Sure, she has some good things about her as opposed to the other recent Guild Quest characters. Well, like, you can use her outside of GQ if you really like her, but you're still going to be limited, and it's still going to be like, damn, if only she was a better normal attack damage character that wasn't designed for Guild Quest, or only if she was an SP character, it would have been significantly more fun. I will say, though, really love her design. Again, it still feels weird to see the Bambis in swimsuits, and in Candice's case, I absolutely adore the swimsuit design. I think it matches her personality. The pose is great. Those things are barely being held in here. And I also only found out because of the most recent concept art being posted, the actual inside of her fan, her main use of attack in here, actually has electric bolts, referencing, of course, her voice static. So that's actually a really nice and cool touch. So what exactly is this character, and what is she going to offer on your account if you do or have pulls on? So for starters, she is a ranged stun killer, and again, she wants to really be used in Guild Quest. So of course, with that, she has a very high normal attack damage output, probably one of the highest that we've ever seen, probably the hardest hitting character in the game as far as normal attack damage characters go in Guild Quest specifically. Outside of Guild Quest, again, it's a different story, right? She has, I believe, like an 80% bruiser with an additional 20% normal attack damage increase, and that is to any speed character in your team. She then has Flurry +1, but that gets increased to Flurry +2 in Guild Quest. I've already gone on record saying how dumb this skill is. Having Flurry +2 in normal PvE content and epic raids, it is not that game breaking. It's really not. The place where Flurry +2 matters the most is in Guild Quest, and that's where it can be broken. So it's kind of dumb that it's only limited to that game modes. It generally should just be Flurry +2 overall. So for those that again want to use her, she does a tad bit more damage. But alongside that though, she does have more killer effect and then also more range damage. So damage output in this case is very high, and then it gets further increased because her main role here is that she does have a team boost SA2 with the booster skill. So you're getting a 43% attack, focus, and defense increase upon using that SA2. And maybe it's worth mentioning the SA2 itself is actually classed as a range attack, finally. Not like it matters because she's a normal attack damage character, but who knows, maybe in the future it might. If Caleb changed the SP down to 0 on Chappies when they do get their 5+ upgrades. I doubt that would happen, but imagine. In my opinion though, her 3 innate skills are going to make her a bit more fun if you decide to use her outside of Guild Quest, since she does have Sprinter +3 and also Long Reach, meaning she's going to be a faster character, and Long Reach on a range character is actually really good. And then Dodge Quincy damages overall add to her survivability, especially in Guild Quest where maybe you don't have a good barrier character in your team. For today's showcase though, we do have her at level 10 attack, and then with that, for today's showcase though, we do have her at level 10 attack, and of course with that, we are using a Golden Chappie, and also Hollow Bay, all with 30% attack, and then with that, we're using a Tsukishima Link, giving us normal attack damage and also full stamina. Dangai Ichigo giving us normal attack damage and recharge, and then also Rose giving us 30% more normal attack damage. Most of today's showcase is going to be focused in Guild Quest, but let's briefly take it into Epic Raids because she is currently a bonus right now for the entire month of July. Now, keep in mind, for this particular quest in Epic Raids against the Byakuya Epic Raid, she does have a 3x damage output, but normal attack damage characters in general are naturally good in Epic Raids to begin with. You know, consistent normal attack damage output. Let's just jump straight into the quest and see how she performs only by herself. Alright then, so let's see how this does go. So instantly we're going to start with the quest using the SA2, and then now we just sit back and use our normal attacks, right? It looks like we're doing 200k per hit. Again, this is where having Flurry +2 in Epic Raids would have been a lot more ideal, because then that could have been upwards like, what, 600k damage? That would have been really, really good, and we would have been doing more damage, because right now it's like, what, 2% damage every hit, which honestly isn't bad. Let's use our Soul Bomb. I gotta say, it's a really fun Soul Bomb. I really do like it. And it honestly, it perfectly matches Candice's personality, right? Her obviously always obsessed with her looks. Let's make sure we... Oh, okay, never mind. Let's try that again. I thought the attack was going to push us back before the instant kill went off, so that's my fault. But like I said, like, it matches Candice's personality perfectly. The whole idea of her just imagining that she's in a catwalk because she thinks she... Oh no, she is looking hot in this swimsuit. And then realistically, she's just standing on the beach, aiming her weapon in this case at her. It's a really fun song. I like it. I think this year's song was actually really fun compared to past swimsuit character songs, I will be honest. And I think Candice right now, of the three, is probably the best one. So slowly but surely, we are doing this again. We know where to go. Then flash step upwards. The extra flash steps do help here. And then finish up using our normal attacks. 40-second clear time. Kind of in line with a Natch character like this. Again, if she had Flurry 2 in epic grades, it would have been probably like 20 seconds. 30 seconds even. Would have been a lot better. And I like her impulse. It's cute. It's cute. So 40-second clear time. That's by ourselves. Let's try that once more though. This time, of course, with other people in our lobby. Alright then, so I opened up the run. Unfortunately, no Candice were able to join us. But we do have a mixture of bonus characters and also links or farmers. I believe someone just stood on the trap again. If you missed our yesterday's showcase, this epic grade is by far the worst epic grade to play because the trap's on the floor. People don't learn the pattern right. And ultimately that means that... see what I mean? Like we just died because someone stood in the trap. Let's try that again. Last run was absolutely terrible. In this case, we have a better set of people on our team, but unfortunately we had a connection issue. Someone stood on the trap again. This is... see what I mean by it being the worst epic grade. But I guess with Yachu on our team, she can maybe brute force our way through. Hopefully no one gets me killed here. There we go. Into the third phase. Looks like we are doing a lot of damage here. That felt a lot better, right? 18-second run, 19-second run. I want to do another run and see if we can potentially get some Candices in our lobby, preferably. But maybe Candice was the hardest to pull. I don't know. I know I didn't get her on any of my accounts. But 18-second clear time there. I believe we had a 225% bonus, so we are getting a tad bit extra medals. And strictly, we're only really medal farming at this point. Alright then, so for this run, we only have one extra Candice with us. Unfortunately, it looks like most people here are beginners. That's fine, though. We'll allow it. I'm going to try and stay away, but on the outside part, because, yeah, you can see there someone already got hit by the trap. Sometimes you can plan ahead, right, and make sure you don't get hit, even if you know someone in your team is going to activate the trap. But this is where it gets bad, because this is the insta-kill one. They're all standing in it. Oh, no. It's bad. Right now, I'm not fighting against Epic Raid. I'm fighting against my teammates. All right, well, I think we're at the home run now. We're in the home run. All we got to do is just a few more extra damage. Again, we're doing 200k per hit here. And there we go. 30-second clear time. At the very least, you know, even when a run doesn't go too smooth, you're still going to clear probably this epic grade in under 30 seconds. Unless your entire team gets wiped out by the traps. I like the end pose. If anything, that's the best part about clearing Curse of Candice. You get to see the end pose. And there we go. 31-second clear time. Alright then, so now it's finally time to check out Candice in Guild Quest because again, this is our main purpose in the game. Remember, as of right now, outside of Candice, we have access to 2 team boosters, that being Shad and also Tsukishima. Tsukishima's damage output is super low, despite him being a team booster, and he also does lack the booster skill, giving your team more stats. Chad has the booster skill, but unfortunately, his damage output is significantly nerfed the second you inflict a statism. And right now, the best character for this phase is someone like True Shikai Ichigo, who has a very, very easy time thanks to his increased chance to inflict lacerate and also weakening. So when you're using Chad, you're just not doing any damage whatsoever. And that's why Candice has been needed a new updated normal attack damage character for starters, but because she is an end of month character, she got special treatment, more damage output, and she also is a team booster. The dodge Quinty damage will help her potentially stay at full stamina, but given that Ichigo can inflict lacerate, and lacerate stops the enemies from using their strong attacks, the bosses more so, and the bosses in Guild Quest only use their strong attacks. So it basically means that for certain, we're going to be free of damage. Like, no one's going to take damage, hopefully, unless we get, for some reason, super unlucky. For today's team, we are using a max transcended Ichigo. I understand not everyone's going to have that, but truthfully, it doesn't matter all too much, right? Let's be honest. We're clearing at 1-5 or 5-5. We're just going to clear a tad bit faster. Although, to be fair, maybe we do have to remove some transcendence for our next run in case we are clearing too fast. So we're using these 3 accessories. We're using these 3 links. Again, max transcended with full stamina and also damage to lacerated enemies. We then are using Zangetsu. Now, Zangetsu's here strictly to boost Ichigo's damage. We don't have a god tier supporter for Ichigo, but it's getting close because right now, Zangetsu is giving Heart Soipers 20% more strong attack damage. And then because we have the Mugetsu link, that does stack on top of that. Ichigo in particular is now getting a 40% strong attack damage buff. And in this case, Candice is here to be our team booster, but also to do damage. Since she is a ranged character with long reach, she is going to be able to keep up. With that in mind, we're using a golden Chappy Chappy Hollow Bait with 2 normal attack damage soul traits, one of them giving us extra full stamina, and then we also are using Shinji for a different multiplier, but also once more giving us 30% more damage at full stamina. Now, you might want to go recharge if you aren't clearing fast enough, but since we know we're going to clear this quest relatively fast anyway, we might as well go full damage output. With that said, let's jump in the run. And it's kind of funny that the final boss is a Candice. So Candice against Candice, we have more damage against the final boss, more damage against ourselves. So I'm really not sure what the attack pattern is going to be here. So let's go here. SA2. SA2 absolutely annihilated there. Okay. We're going to then use our SA3 and hopefully, unfortunately, we didn't inflict the status on it there. We took damage. Let's restart that. The hope is that while we're waiting for that second Getsuga Judicial attack to go off, if Candice can kill, that'll be really, really good, because then we get to let off the final attack against the, next boss. Made a little lag spike there, so let's see how this does go. Let's use our SA3. Did we apply? We're not applying Lacerate. What is going on? I mean, the SA3 killed there, but now we lost a bit of DPS. All our full stamina. Let's just see how it goes, though. Let's see how much damage Candice is doing. That is against a Technique character, and she did a lot of damage there, right? So let's just let Candice get the spotlight here. A lot of damage there. Only a couple NAD hits to do upwards to 20 million damage. Let's just quickly chap it a bit. Let's see how much damage she's doing. 366. Oh, that's even 3 million. I think it might have been 3 mil. But the team boosters wear off, to be fair, so our damage output is lower here. So it looks like we're doing like 300k a hit. With the Fly Plus 2, I think that's like 900k per hit there. That's actually really good without a team boost. And I think she might have taken damage. We're going to restart it there, more so because we only have 2 Guild Quest tickets, and I want to get a few more extra runs in with this team before we do remove Ichigo's Transcendence. But essentially, that run was like, what, 49 seconds? Right now, unfortunately, it looks like we're maybe not using the SA2 properly because they're too spread apart. Let's use the SA3 there. That does the damage. SA2 should take down everyone. I think I'm leaving a few random mobs somehow. Let's show them here, though. Someone does a lot of damage. Candice cleans up, although we did have a strong attack to spare. And then again, in that case, 43 seconds. Onwards to our next attempt. Let's try and get a 50-second run. Last run was, again, 49 seconds. I think that was a tad bit better. Let's SA3 here. Unfortunately, Candice flash step there. She actually stuck and used her normal attack. So we actually might have went through that stage a lot faster. Thus far, that's good, though. Let's use our Soul Bomb. Unfortunately, took a bit of damage there. Sangdu was mid-attack, but if we let SA3 off, 48 second, 46, around that. Let's try once more. Onwards to our next attempt then. Hopefully this is the run. So let's go here. SA2 and then SA1. Maybe I should start the quest using the SA3, honestly. Because I feel like that's what's wasting our time a lot here. Let's use our SA3 there. So far, so good. At least it feels like it. SA2 was good there. Wow, okay. Positioned ourselves correctly. SA1 upwards, and then SA3 kind of just clears up there, right? The SA3 did a lot of damage, especially, I believe at that point, Candice was using her normal attacks. Wasn't able to get a 50-second clear time, but definitely possible with this team. Our best time right now is basically 49.9, if anything. But to be fair, in this particular run with a max Transcendent Ichigo, he was more so getting the spotlight. Candice would be more noteworthy at 1.5. So let's actually remove his Transcendence. Alright then, so for this run, we have removed our extra SP, focus, and attack. So essentially, we're only playing like a 1.5 character, but I guess with the damage rush we have here with Zangetsu and the Mugetsu link, we're still doing a lot of damage. SA3 does the job there. Don't really want to use my Soul Bomb, to be fair. Might as well use it here, though, I guess. Someone definitely lacking damage there, and then Candice is going to do a bit of the cleanup here. There we go. And clear time's still relatively well, even at 1.5, to be fair. There we go. Like, Candice doing a lot of damage there, saved us a bit. Candice is more so here for the cleanup of a team like this, right? Especially makes mistakes, but seems like a very solid team. Ichigo, of course, has now gotten better, thanks to the fact that this is strictly stun Ritter only. So now we have to kill it against all 5 enemies. And of course, with the Mugetsu link, we're also getting more damage output out of Ichigo. And then Candice, again, is strictly here for the boost, but also doing the extra bit of damage when needed. I think, if anything, Candice will be more noteworthy in this guild quest if you do not have Ichigo. Because if you don't have Ichigo, I mean, at that point, you have, like, no other good character, right? Again, these are our stun Ritter killers, and you'll see here that no one here would make for a viable lead whatsoever. So if you are lacking Ichigo, Candice is going to definitely shine significantly more, and she will allow you to use other teams, other leads, like, let's say, Yamamoto, for example. Maybe you have to use a character just for the Vortex sake, and then you're going to rely on your 2 side DPS characters like Candice, and then maybe throw in Yamamoto for an extra DPS character. But overall, lads, that was basically the video for today, checking out the newest Swimsuit Candice. Again, design-wise, I think she looks great. Visually, she looks great. I'm a big fan of her artwork. Really liking the pose. But honestly, as with any character in this game, I would have preferred if she was an SP character. No attack damage characters are always going to be just relegated to a guild quest game mode where you don't actually use them, and that's the most unfortunate part. Even characters like Aizen, who obviously we understand is the best no attack damage character in the game, I don't use him. I've only gotten one use out of him in like the last 2 years outside of guild quests, because NAD characters, as always, even as good as a character like Aizen, is always going to pale in comparison to SP characters. And Candice is basically the same, right? She's good for a guild quest week if you have her, it makes your team better, and she's going to be definitely more sought after if you don't own a true Shika Ichigo. Her damage output's very high. She has a lot going for it in terms of guild quest skills, right? I like the fact that, by the way, she doesn't inflict any stat elements to therefore ruin your run when paired with Ichigo. And then sure, it's really nice that even outside of guild quest, if you do decide to use her, you have extra nice utility effects like the long reach, sprint to +3, and dodge Quinty damage. You can make a use out of her outside of guild quest, but it definitely is going to be limited because she, strictly speaking, is a guild quest character. Honestly, right now, biggest fault here is just the fly +2. Like with any net character, it should just be fly +2 everywhere. But in terms of what she offers, she's a good character in that sense. If you pulled her, you can definitely make a use out of her. And right now, she's currently shining in the current Stern Ritter guild quest. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Shout out to Dragonfall. Let me showcase their account today with this Candice. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.